So I'll be assistant coach on the ground, along with Rick Velati, looking after the athlete needs and wants while we're out in Australia and beforehand, making sure that we support them in the best way possible so that we can get the greatest end result. Yeah, I was lucky enough to be surrounded from the very beginning of my triathlon journey with some great coaches who maybe saw the bigger picture and enabled myself to explore the sport and help guide me in that process. So I took some real inspiration from those early coaches, and I've tried to bring that into my own coaching philosophy once my racing days were done. I think the biggest challenge of coaching in a performance environment is getting everyone working in the same direction for the best outcome for the athlete. So we've got many support staff that we can tap into. We've got lots of opportunities to use facilities, training camps, different modalities, but the biggest thing is actually knuckling down to the principles and the core elements that are going to make the difference. I think the biggest hurdle will be to get them to perform at their best at a time of year when most of them aren't used to performing at their best. Potentially the heat, but I think the guys in the system now have had some good experiences and know how to adapt to that. So yeah, I think the time of year is the biggest challenge. No, I wouldn't say I'm a jack of all trades, but I think across the board, swim, bike, run, transitions, putting it all together. I think across the board I've got good knowledge. I can always have more knowledge, but I think I've got good knowledge across the board there. Yeah, definitely seen a change in emphasis. I think for a number of years a lot of it was data collection, and I think we're now in a position where we know more about what to do with that data. I think that is the biggest challenge. You can collect data, but the key thing is what do you do with it and how do you make positive changes relating to that data? How do you give that objective feedback and combine that with what you see on the ground to put some numbers towards it to add some clarity in terms of what you're trying to achieve. I think if you want to get into coaching, just get out and coach. I think a lot of it is working it out en route, challenging yourself to review what you're doing, to set yourself goals, a bit like an athlete. You might not have a clear endpoint as to where you want to go with it, but it's just taking your passion for the sport and on a daily basis just review yourself. Plan, do, review it in a real simple sense, but you can go anywhere with it, whether it's down at skill school level all the way up to podium level on a real world-class stage. I would just say get out there, learn from your mistakes, don't be afraid to make mistakes, and give and accept feedback. I think that's the way that you learn and grow as a coach.